Listen carefully. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is going to wake up for you. Nobody's going to work for you. Nobody's going to build your future for you. That responsibility is yours. And the biggest thing standing between you and the life you want is not your situation. It is the excuses you keep telling yourself. I'm tired. I'll start tomorrow. I don't have enough time. I'm not ready. Enough. You don't need another excuse. You need a decision. Because the people who change their lives are not always the most talented. They are the ones who keep moving when they are tired. They keep going when nobody supports them. They keep working when there is no applause. That is what no excuses. No days off really means. It doesn't mean you never rest. It means you never quit on yourself. There will be days when you feel weak. There will be days when you fail. There will be days when everything inside you says, stop. Those are the days that matter most. Because every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger. Every time you keep your promise to yourself, you build confidence. And every time you refuse to quit, you get closer to becoming the person you always knew you could be. So forget tomorrow. Forget what everyone else is doing. Right now, make one decision. You are done making excuses. Stop making excuses for your lack of progress. Because the truth is, most of the time, the biggest thing holding you back isn't your situation. It's the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't move forward. You say you're tired. You say you don't have enough time. You say you'll start tomorrow. You say you need better conditions, more money, more confidence, more support. But tomorrow keeps moving. And while you keep waiting for the perfect moment, someone else is taking action with less than you have. That should wake you up. You don't need a perfect life to make progress. You need to start using what you already have. Maybe you don't have the best skills yet. Maybe you're behind. Maybe you failed more times than you want to admit. Fine, none of that means you have to stay there. Excuses may make you feel better for a moment, but they don't change your life. Action does. The uncomfortable truth is that nobody cares about the reasons you didn't do it. The world only sees what you become. So when your mind tells you, I can't, ask yourself one simple question: what can I do right now? Do that. Then do the next thing. You don't have to fix your entire life in one day. You just have to stop giving yourself permission to remain stuck. Every small action is proof that you are no longer controlled by excuses. Motivation feels powerful when you first get it. You watch something inspiring, you hear the right words, and suddenly you feel like you can change everything. You feel ready. You feel unstoppable. But that feeling doesn't last forever. There will be mornings when you wake up and don't feel like doing anything. You'll be tired, you'll be frustrated, you'll question whether all this effort is even worth it. That's normal. The problem is when you let that feeling make your decisions for you. Discipline starts where motivation ends. You don't need to feel excited to do the work. You don't need to feel confident before you take action. Sometimes you simply have to get up and do what needs to be done. Think about the goals you say you want: getting stronger, building a career, starting a business, improving your life, becoming someone you respect. None of those things happened because you felt motivated for a few hours. They happened because you kept showing up. You worked when nobody was watching. You trained when you were tired. You studied when you wanted to relax. You stayed focused when distractions were everywhere. That is the difference between wanting something and actually becoming the person capable of achieving it. Motivation can give you the first push, but discipline keeps you moving when the excitement disappears. And when you learn to act even when you don't feel like it, you stop depending on your emotions to control your progress. You become more consistent, more focused, and much harder to stop. Most people don't quit when things are easy, or they quit when things become uncomfortable, when the work gets boring, when progress becomes slow, when nobody notices their effort, when they try again and still fail. That's usually the moment when people start looking for a reason to walk away. They tell themselves, maybe this isn't for me. But sometimes it's not that you're on the wrong path. Sometimes you've simply reached the part of the path that requires more from you. Think about how easy it is to stay committed when everything is going your way. You're seeing results. You're getting praise. You feel confident. Anyone can keep going under those conditions. The real test comes when nothing seems to be working. You put in the effort, but the results are still small. You keep practicing, but you still make mistakes. You keep showing up, but nobody seems to care. That is where your character starts to show. You have to learn how to work without needing constant proof that it will pay off. You have to accept that some seasons of your life will feel slow and frustrating. There will be days when you question yourself. There will be moments when quitting feels easier than continuing, but discomfort doesn't always mean you should stop. Sometimes it means you are being pushed beyond the level you have known. The goal isn't to enjoy every step. The goal is to keep moving even when the step is difficult. Because if you quit every time things become uncomfortable, you will always remain limited by your comfort zone. Every day gives you another chance to prove yourself, not to other people, to yourself. You don't need a huge opportunity. You don't need someone to believe in you first. Sometimes all you need is one decision to take yourself seriously. Maybe yesterday wasn't your best day. Maybe you wasted time. Maybe you made a mistake. Maybe you gave up when things got hard. That happened. You can't change it now, but you can control what you do today. That's what makes every morning important. You wake up and you have another chance to train your body, sharpen your mind, finish the work, learn something new, or take one step toward the life you want. It might not feel like much in the moment, but those small actions start adding up. A lot of people wait for a perfect day to begin. They wait until they feel motivated. They wait until they have more money, more confidence, or more time. But there is no perfect day. There is only today. And every time you do something difficult that you could have avoided, you build a little more trust in yourself. You start proving that your words actually mean something. If you say you're going to wake up early, get up. If you say you're going to train, train. If you say you're going to finish the work, finish it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be real. Because your confidence isn't built by thinking about what you could become. It is built through the moments when you actually do what you said you would do, especially when nobody is forcing you. Pain is a strange way of showing you who you really are. When life is comfortable, it's easy to believe you are strong. You can feel confident when everything is going your way, but pressure reveals something different. It shows you how you react when things don't go according to plan. Maybe you lose something you worked hard for. Maybe you fail at something you truly cared about. Maybe people disappoint you, opportunities disappear, or your plans fall apart. In those moments, it's easy to ask, why is this happening to me? But sometimes a better question is, what can I learn from this? Failure can teach you things success never will. It can show you where you need to improve. It can expose habits that are holding you back. It can force you to become more patient, more focused, and more honest with yourself. Pressure can do the same thing. When you have no choice but to keep going, you often discover that you are capable of handling much more than you thought. That doesn't mean you should search for pain or make your life harder for no reason. It means you shouldn't run from every difficult moment. Some challenges are part of growing. You will have days when you feel overwhelmed. You will make mistakes. You will get rejected. You will have moments when you wonder if you are good enough. Take a breath, learn from it, adjust your approach, then keep working. You don't have to pretend that failure doesn't hurt. It does. But you can decide what that pain means. You can let it become an excuse to stop, or you can use it as a reason to become more disciplined, more aware, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Your future is being shaped by what you do when nobody is watching. That's the part most people forget. It's easy to work hard when someone is checking on you. It's easy to stay focused when people are praising you. The real challenge is doing the work when there is no audience, no applause, and nobody will ever know whether you showed up or not. Those quiet moments matter. When you choose to train instead of wasting another hour, nobody may notice. When you sit down and finish your work while everyone else is relaxing, nobody may congratulate you. When you study, practice, save money, or improve a skill without telling anyone, it can feel like nothing is happening. But something is happening. You are building habits. You are building discipline. And more importantly, you are building trust in yourself. Think about the promises you make to yourself. I'll wake up early. I'll finish this today. I'll stop wasting time. Every time you break those promises, you teach yourself that your own words don't mean much. But every time you keep one, even a small one, you become more reliable to yourself. Nobody needs to see your effort for it to matter. You don't need likes. You don't need praise. You don't need someone standing beside you saying, keep going. Sometimes you have to be your own motivation. There will be nights when nobody knows how hard you worked. There will be mornings when nobody knows how difficult it was to get started. Those moments may look small from the outside, but they are shaping the person you are becoming. There comes a point where you have to stop asking yourself whether you feel like continuing and simply decide that you're not going to quit on yourself. Because feelings change. One day you feel powerful. The next day you feel exhausted. One day you believe everything is possible. The next day you start questioning everything. If you make every decision based on how you feel, your progress will always be inconsistent. There will be moments when you fail and feel embarrassed. There will be moments when someone tells you that you're not good enough. There will be moments when your results are so small that you wonder why you are even trying. That is when you need to remember why you started. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to win every day. You don't have to move at the same speed as everyone else. You just have to keep moving. If you fall behind, start again. If you make a mistake, learn from it. If you lose your confidence, take one small step and build it back. Quitting can feel easy because it removes the pressure for a moment. But walking away from something you genuinely care about can leave a much heavier feeling later. So make a promise to yourself. Not that you will never struggle. Not that you will never fail. Not that you will always feel strong. Promise yourself that when things get difficult, you will give yourself another chance. One more workout, one more attempt, one more hour of work, one more day of effort. You may not know exactly where the road will take you yet, but you can control whether you keep walking.